Hey guys, AJYTAB here, and that was a absolute fail on my part. My audio was messed up, but hey, and welcome to our WandaVision review. This is going to be our review of episode 7, and yeah, before we get into it, if you have not seen episode 7 or any of the episodes prior to episode 7 of WandaVision, please note that this episode review will contain some serious spoilers, especially for this episode, because some big stuff was revealed. We got some awesome, I would say conclusions, not conclusions, but, it's starting to come together, the ending, but yeah, let's get right on into it. So, actually, I don't even know how my mic sounds right now. So, if it sounds okay, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, all right. So, I'm gonna get right down to the meat and potatoes of this episode. Agnes, I knew it. I knew she was up to something. I knew she was an absolute witch bitch of a witch. Yeah. Yeah, I knew she was up to something. I honestly, I don't know why I was, so surprised, but, yeah. I don't know why I was surprised, because I knew it. But, yeah, it turns out she was the one that killed Sparky, and we pretty much get the confirmation that she has been puppeting Quicksilver. So, Quicksilver is not real, I guess, but he's at the end of the episode talking to Monica, so I don't exactly know how that all works, but Wanda is kind of very pissed off at Monica, because Monica goes inside the hex again in this episode. They try sending her through the hex with this vehicle, and it doesn't work. Half of it gets turned into a normal truck, so then Monica's like, feck it, I'm going right through. And she does go through, and this is how she's gonna get her powers. She's starting to get her powers. And she doesn't really know yet, I guess, but she does know that something is going on, and she may have some sort of power. She just doesn't know. We don't know exactly what her powers are yet, because I haven't followed, what happens with her character in the comics, because I kind of want to keep myself guessing all the time, but, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to, whatever power she's going to get. I have a feeling it's going to be really cool. But the scene where she goes through the hex was awesome, because you get little tie-ins with Captain Marvel, some voiceovers from her and Maria Rambeau, and that was cool. And it was showing her as a child, and just all these different versions of her, from the black and white version from the first for the second episode, and then the the 70s, not the 70s, but the pretty much the 70s version from episode 3. Yeah, it was showing all of them as they were trying to I don't know, it was trying to convert her, but she managed to pull through, because she has overpowered the hex at this point. But in other news, though, and that was my phone going off, I don't know if you guys heard that, but in other news, though, as we know, Darcy was pulled into the hex last episode, and thankfully Vision, he's still alive, because he got sucked back into the hex too. He thankfully remembers. I honestly thought they were going to do something where he might not remember anything again, and that would actually be kind of upsetting, because he was finally getting to the bottom of things. But no, he actually does remember what happened at the end of episode 6, where he was outside of the hex, and he was getting pulled apart, and he saw Darcy, and he sees Darcy as she's an escape artist. That's what they converted her to, which I thought that was pretty fun, because she was handcuffed to the truck, and now she's an escape artist with the hex. That was cool. That was a nice touch. That was funny. But thankfully, Vision just does that mind trick that he did with Norm in episode 5, and snaps Darcy out of it, and Darcy pretty much gives Vision a MCU recap, as she tells him about Ultron and Thanos, and how Wanda had to kill him, and how he's most likely just not alive, but she does say, which I thought was a cool moment, she does say that, you know, she sees that Wanda's love for him is real, that, you know, they love to have this real. That's about the only thing that's real in the Hex, is their love, because they do care for each other, and I'm sure by the end of this series something's gonna happen where they're gonna have to say goodbye, because I just don't see how Vision can really live after this series. I don't see how, because clearly he's dead once he steps outside the Hex. But yeah, Monica gets inside there and, you know, confronts Wanda. Wanda is very pissed off, and yeah, because she has Billy and Tommy go over to Agnes's house. Fucking Agnes. Agatha Harkness, I should just say. Yeah, they have them go over there to her house because she just wants a me day. And it's funny because she says, like, I need my own quarantine style staycation, which, you know, it's kind of parallel to the world we had to live in last year, and in some cases for some people still living in this year. Yeah, that was a nice touch. I don't know if that was intentional. If they I don't know if they filmed this during COVID-19. Did they film this during COVID-19, or was this before the pandemic? I actually would like to know that. But yeah. So Wanda, you know, she's getting really aggravated. She launches Monica up in the air, but you know, Monica's got those powers, so it doesn't really affect her that much. And then it looks like you know, Monica starts talking about how she lost her mom, and that's probably the most horrible thing that will ever happen to her, and there's no way she's getting her back, so she just needs to accept that, and Wanda needs to do the same with Vision. And yeah, Wanda, it seems like for a second she's actually starting to get through to Wanda, because I feel like Wanda is not 100% into this idea. I definitely feel like Agatha has planted some ideas into her head. I'm sure some of this, majority, yeah, I'm pretty positive majority of this is Agnes. I know Wanda is playing a part to it, but yeah. But near the end of the episode, Agatha reveals herself, and she's like, I killed Sparky. It was hilarious because they did the intro from the Munsters to reveal that. And it's a song, it's like, it was Agatha all along. Like, that was cool. That was a cool way to reveal that. And yeah, she's our MCU villain, our first MCU villain of Phase 3, everybody. That was awesome. And she uses her magic to, you know, bring Quicksilver to the house, I guess, and it shows her throughout the different, like, it goes back to, like, the different episodes, showing her, like, with the flowers as she was getting ready to walk into the house in the first episode, and it shows her, you know, and it just shows her in pretty much each episode doing something shady, and also, it makes me believe that Billy and Tommy aren't real, because I mean, like I said, I haven't read much comics like House of M, because I know this is what it's related to. But I haven't read any of that, just because, like I said, I want to keep myself guessing. I don't want to have to predict anything. I only know partially about Agatha Harkness, so that's why I predicted that. But, I mean, people were saying Nightmare or Mephisto, but nah, man. Agatha Harkness all the way. But yeah, honestly, this was just a terrific episode. People were kind of down on it because it was more of a character development episode, but I love character development, especially when it comes to the MCU, of course. And Vision is definitely gonna be confronting Wanda, or possibly saving Agatha, or saving her from Agatha in the next episode, because, you know, Darcy and Vision are on their way to Wanda's house during the whole episode, but they get stopped by different things, which they think Wanda was doing it, but I'm pretty sure it's Agatha doing it, causing the distractions. But yeah, Agatha is the one that instigates Monica and Wanda's argument, and, you know, like I said, just when it seems like Wanda is starting to make sense of it all, and, you know, Monica's starting to get through to her, Agatha comes in there and ruins the whole thing. There's also a mid-credit scene during this episode, and it's Monica going down to the basement, or she opens up this basement, and it's, she sees all the magic happening. It's the basement to Agnes's house, which is, of course, where Wanda is now. So it looks like Monica and Agatha could have a showdown in the next episode. That would be interesting. But Quicksilver appears behind her, and, is like, Snooper's gonna snoop or something like that. I mean, I don't exactly know what it means, because we see in the Agatha All Along song where she is kind of like controlling Quicksilver. So is he really there, or is that 100% completely Agatha's magic? I don't know, because now I'm questioning whether or not he is really there. Maybe he is really there, but she's just puppeting him around. Maybe Wanda did bring in that Quicksilver, but Agatha is kind of taking control of him. I don't know, but I'm sure we'll find out in the next episode. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this video, and let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. Leave a like and subscribe for more content. Got some awesome stuff planned for next week. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and goodbye.